All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching Launch Party 2022. This is going to be the end of the road for me. It has been fun so far. We have a lot more marathon to go. You're going to be seeing and hearing a lot more of me. But I'm going to turn it over to the birthday clock. Clocky, it's all GIF. Apparently, you have modeled yourself off of my name. Yeah, happy birthday, Clock. Because it's still your birthday.
Thank you very much, CJ. Yeah, I modeled my name off your name, and then in a bit of an argument in the Discord, and I think CC might have changed my name to Clocky. It's all GIF. But thank you very much, CJ. Thank you very much, chat, as well. I love you all. I appreciate you all. My name is, of course, Clocky.
One last train whistle before I go. All right, I'm bye.
Oh, we need the train whistles. The train whistles are beautiful. I love them. Absolutely love them. Hope you're all doing well. Today's been going really well. At $353 raised so far. Like what, halfway through day one? Also, again, thank you for the birthday messages. Thank you very much. Up next, we have a beautiful run coming up for you with korlkiller with the 51T in the Tasmanian tiger. I have a little bit of a secret for you, though. We do have on the Speedox channel, if you type in !YouTube, there's a beautiful YouTube channel. A video just went up today or yesterday. I don't know. Time zones are weird. Just right there, there's a link in chat for you. There is a video for the any percent for this next coming up game. Don't watch it yet. Watch it later. Watch it later, bookmark it, have it up, pause it, get it ready. And then today, the world record history for Jack 2 also went up. It's a great video. I watched it this morning. It was really nice. I'd highly recommend getting both of them ready. While we've been gone, we've also had $5 reviews from Drag, who says, "What the dog doing? I'm walking here." Hype for the Clocky host and Ty run. Awesome. I'm very excited for this Ty run. Look, I'm going to be honest. I might be Australian, but it doesn't mean that that's the reason why I like Ty. Did you see a koala there? Plenty. Man, this koala is like right outside my window. There's one right behind me. They're so cute. I mean, they're cute until they try to kill you, you know? People say that they're scared of Australia because of the spiders. Or you have not seen the quokkas. What? Sorry, you have not seen the koalas. The quokkas are the cute ones. All right. We have a beautiful run coming up for you all. Let's get some hype in the chat for Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. We got korlkiller with 51 thunder eggs. But first, let's just hear a couple of quick little messages. Welcome back to Launch Party 2022, everyone. Here we have korlkiller with Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 51 TE. Coral, floor's yours, my friend.
Alright, thank you guys for having me, first of all. I'd like to say that this category here is gonna be, very similar to the any percent category. There are two types of 51 TE. There's...
Hold up. What is
there are two types of 51 Thunder Eggs. There's one with ground swimming and one without ground swimming. Today I'm going to be doing the one with ground swimming just so it's more interesting to view. However, this category is really not that much faster than without ground swimming, but we'll just make it very interesting. So, is it cool if I do countdown on 5?
That is perfectly fine with me.
Alright. So time starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. So starting off, we're just going to be skipping a bunch of cutscenes, skipping out on a bunch of lore. You don't really need to listen to that stuff. Now we're just going to be running to the first set of levels. We're actually going to be doing a very precise trick here by jumping over this fence here when we're not supposed to. There we go, got it first try, nice. We're supposed to go into this level after beating another level first. But with that little bite trick there, we can get over and grab the aqua reins early and the ability to swim. And this ability to swim allows us to, like, do a major glitch known as ground swimming, which I've already mentioned. But doing ground swimming for the first level, when you usually can't, is a pretty big time saver, especially for the time attack thunder that we need to get. But so this level is going to be very interesting watching because we have nothing in terms of another rain because we're supposed to get our second boomerang in 2-up, which is the level we had already skipped by going into this one. But now we're just going to be going to this level, collecting every thunder egg here. And this is, like, there's really not much to talk about here, except there's a few tricks coming up. The first one coming up here is going to be called ship flip, where I'm going to aim my boomerang in a certain direction, and I'm going to throw it, and hopefully it's going to hit a button inside. There we go. And we'll get inside, and we'll collect that thunder egg there with no problems. Now we're going to have the first instance of a ground swim in the run. We're going to come over into this corner of this water here, and try to get a ground swim, and fail. And try to get a ground swim, and got it. And this ground swim is going to bring us all the way to the top of this one mountain here. And this just saves about, I think, 5 seconds over walking up here normally, but it is very interesting to watch. So now that we're up here, we're just going to fall right back down by using a little trick by biting, and if we end our bite off of a ledge, then we'll just basically do a nosedive down and get down very fast, and also without taking fall damage, which I think it's impossible to not take fall damage when falling from that height, so if I had messed up that little trick, then we would have had to mess around with, you know, bites and whatnot. But so here, I'm doing a very certain setup to jump over these coconuts with only one boomerang. You're supposed to hit all these coconuts and then jump on them all. But in a speedrun, we normally have 2 boomerangs, so we can only do a couple of them on each section. And we can glide between them. But in this run, since we can't glide, since we don't have the second boomerang yet, we just need to do a little precise movement, and that's just a little bad part of this run. But basically from here on out, this is where most of my runs personally like get decently far in. So now we're just like swimming through here, and there'll be times where you'll see I'm just gonna be doing a ground swim just to save a bit of time, because swimming in this game is much faster than just walking normally. So any chance we get the ground swim just going from one place to another, then we'll be trying that. But for now we're just swimming normally, because it's the only way to really get over here. But coming up, it's actually a pretty difficult ground swim. We're going to be positioning these 3 seahorses that we've already collected a certain way. And we're going to be trying to get a ground swim off of them. And that giant mountain there, we're going to be taking a ground swim all the way to the top of it. After we grab this one bilby cage here. Which, these bilbies, if you collect all 5 of these bilbies in a level, then you get a thunder egg after collecting the 5th one. And we're just going to grab that one here. And it looks like we're good for our ground swim. We're going to try that and mess up. And there you go, that looks better. Okay, good. So now I'm actually going to switch to my controller because it's impossible to maneuver tide a certain way if you're just on keyboard and mouse. There will be other parts of this run where I am using controller over keyboard and mouse. Or alongside them, mainly in the level Outback Safari, which we'll be seeing in, I'd assume, like about 15 minutes. But so here we're just going to use these green mushrooms to get to the beginning of this level. And now we're going to go collect these final 5 or so seahorses that we need to get. And once we return these to their lost mother, then we'll just get a thunder egg and we'll be able to exit level. So the rest of this level is basically nothing but swimming, collecting these seahorses. But once we get out of this level, we're going to enter 2-up. And there's really not much to say in 2-up besides there's going to be a couple little, you know, differences from if you would normally do 2-up first. I'm gonna try to interact with chat, so if anybody has any questions, then feel free to ask. And I think I've already seen Lon and BuzzFeed here, so if I don't get to answering questions, then I'm certain that they'd be able to, if I can't. So coming up, we actually need to do another version of fence skip, where we do it from this side. And that one is much, much easier. It's actually possible to do that one without a bite. I just still bite anyway, because I'm scared of losing time. So, now that we're in 2-up, we do a quick little jump to get up there, grab this first thunder egg, or air quote, first thunder egg, because that's supposed to be the first thunder egg in the game, teaching you about how thunder eggs are collectibles and whatnot. And you're going to be seeing me doing a lot of bites to get on ledges and into cutscenes and stuff, and that's just because Ty's biting speed is faster than his normal walking speed. So if we can like make Ty bite and stop his bite before it fully ends, then we'll be saving time while we're just walking normally. Another instance of biting is by using a little homing attack method, by just jumping up to the top of that one and getting a thunder egg. My favorite skip in the game. I would say my favorite skip has to be either shift to nest or probably lawn swim, because lawn swim is such an interesting trick, even though it only saves about 5 seconds. But besides, oh, also there, I just skipped the cutscene by jumping on top of that little dooney there. So coming up here, we're going to be doing 2-up skip, but not a 2-up skip where we can actually reset to it. If I were to do the no ground swim category, not being able to swim this run, or in this level, then I would have to do a very precise bite to get underneath that little cave. But just doing a dive there and swimming like that, I can get through here very, very quickly and very nicely. So I'm going to be hitting these 3 buttons here, and usually you would have 2 boomerangs here because we're supposed to get our second boomerang and then glide over this top area, but using that little dive there, we can just get underneath there and up here quickly. And we're going to be doing another ground swim here. This is one of the instances of just ground swimming to get from one place to another being quicker. If we get a ground swim there, then we can quickly get over here. And now we're going to be doing the frills. And these frills have a very specific way of doing them very quickly. Looks like I got it. Yep. So if I'm good enough, then the thunder egg that spawns up here will be like coming to me after I get up the first step. So I actually swapped to controller for that menuing because it's just a little bit quicker. But so now we're going to be having the time attack, and this is one of about 3 in the run. Normally, if I was doing this run without ground swimming, I would be aiming for around, like, 27.9-ish time, but using a ground swim, I can get, okay, now it's going to be like a 27.9 because I messed up the ground swim, but using a ground swim, I can just get through the rest of this time attack pretty quickly, and we have the time attack done. Also, having to check the leaderboard, you gotta love that part of the category. So coming up here, we have our, I'd say the very easy level, because this level really has not changed at all in the last, couple years, except for the first initial discovery of ground swimming. Essentially, we're just going to be doing a bunch of ground swims here to go from place to place out of order when we normally shouldn't. And also, I'm going to be just doing a precise jump up here, falling down like that, and I messed up the bite strat, so sorry, Kana. But I'm going to be getting a ground swim right here, and we're going to be running over this waterfall to where we can ground swim all the way up this waterfall using some precise movement. There we go. Now we can come up here, talk to Ken, go down into this cave here, and we need to get all these bats out of the cave down here. So we're just going to throw boomerangs at them. And while these first set of bats is coming up and coming up to the next part of the cave, we're going to go over and grab this one thunder egg. And after we grab this thunder egg, we're just going to be getting another ground swim that we're going to be holding on to for about 5 seconds. So I actually got that bat hit. That's nice. And now we're just going to be finishing bats like normal. But so after this, we're going to be doing the slide 2 skip, which is probably the biggest skip in the first hub, because it saves about 40 seconds over running down this slide that you see to the right of me. That one there. And if we could skip that slide, then there's a lot of time saved. Also, I'm, okay, I forgot I can't do that there. Jesus Christ. Alright. So, there's a lot of faster strats I could be doing than what I'm doing now, but I really haven't learned them yet. They're only about a second or so faster. So, coming up here, we have, the turkeys, and hopefully this turkey's just gonna run right in our path and we can bite him. He didn't, so we have to run over this side, and now we get to bite him. And he'll give us a thunder egg. And now we're going to go to into here. And we're going to just bounce up these little mushrooms. And now we're out of Walk in the Park. Now here we are done hub 1, but now we first need to go to finish this boss here before we can go to the second hub. We technically could go to the second hub early, but it's just needed to get the talisman from this boss before we can go to the second hub. For this category at least. This is legit amazing to watch. There's gonna be more stuff like that in the... Actually, I think that's basically it for amazing ground swim stuff, but there's quite a bit of other smaller ground swims and potential ground swims we can get in Hub 2 and Hub 3. But there's... Basically, that's the best ground swimming section of the run, so Hub 1's done. And now we got to just wait for the bull here. The easiest way to kill him, and the only way to kill him, as a matter of fact, is to have him run into these little pillars. I believe they're termite nests. I don't want to get lit up again for getting them wrong, like last time. Yeah, like Lon just said there. Also, if you hear me say Lon, then I'm just talking about Sterling from Z in the chat. You can't fight the boss of Hub 2, and then without fighting this first one. Because, like, the machine that spawns the boss portal just doesn't exist unless this first one's done. So, doing Hub 2 before finishing Hub 1 is only useful in a few miscellaneous categories. So now that we're basically done Bull's Pen, we're going to be doing, as Lon just said, Mission Impossible. And no, I'm not going to sing for you, Lon, but I hope you can imagine my own singing, because I just don't want to. So coming up, we're just going to be jumping over here, getting a ground swim here, and doing a ground swim all the way from here to Hub 2. And we're just going to be jumping into a, basically a void, and we're also going to be landing into a portal in Hub 2. Oh, never mind. But it's so long since I messed that up.
Cole, if we happen to get a donation in like the next 2 minutes, are you going to sing?
No.
Damn it! I tried, damn it!
I mean, I guess I can. But the Mission Impossible skip is over, and there's no point in me singing. But I'm sorry for the Mission Impossible lovers out there, but I just messed that up somehow. Basically, I was supposed to swim all the way up that little slope there, and then fall down into that set of 3 levels. But because because I lost the ground from going up the hill there, then I just had to walk the rest of the way. Where am I going? No, I'm not gonna sing about how I love you moves because I don't. For people watching who don't know about Enus, you'll see my pain with Enus in the next level. But hopefully they're not that painful, because in this patch they're actually relatively normal compared to the old patch.
Good, son.
So basically in this level we're just here collecting a bunch of these kids because this school teacher lost them. And now like once we're done these kids we're gonna be going to the end of the level. But this level is very you know, normal except for the end of it. There's not many skips or tricks at all. You have mill skip at the very end, and that's what I was one of those skips in this run where if you get it great, then you get it great, but if you you know, mess it up, then you really mess it up. Especially the new strat that's even faster dude now. So coming up to the first ability of the level, we're gonna be collecting 5 of these in every level. Why is my computer doing that? The computer was like alt-tabbing out of tie for some reason. But now that we're falling down into the lower area, I'm gonna start explaining one ground swim that we can potentially get, and hopefully get. It's gonna be called Lawn Swim, and if we can get this, then we're gonna be saving about 7 seconds. There's no setup for this whatsoever. We basically just have to go and pray that we get it. And if I do get it, I hope if I get Lawn Swim, I will sing. Somebody give me a song that I could probably sing. Actually, Lon, give me a song because he knows exactly what I would sing if I could. Lon, if I get Lawn Swim, then I will sing for you without even to donate. Okay, never mind. Good. Yeah. So Lawn Swim basically, to explain it very simply, basically we can swim underwater and just keep that swim out of the water, and we can do a ground swim all the way up here to this next bilby. But since I didn't get it there, then, you know, it's whatever, I guess, because nothing really, there's no real faster way to do it. Okay, yeah, I'm glad I didn't get Lawn Swim. And also, I absolutely did not, intentionally mess up Lawn Swim. Okay. That's bad. I can't even remember, like, the lyrics to Let It Go anyway, so it would have been very, half-assed, let's just say that. But besides the point, without Lawn Swim, this is going to be a very iffy run, because there's just a theory, or it's just like a tradition of getting Lawn Swim in this world record. Yeah, I actually did try to get that Lawn Swim. Like, you can, like, high runners can clearly tell the difference between not even trying and getting Lawn Swim, and trying for Lawn Swim. It's just one of those things that we try to get because it doesn't waste any time to try it. But if we get it, then it's amazing. But if not, then oh well. So coming up to mill skip, and we're gonna be doing a very precise jump into this little piece of polygon here. Doing a 360, jumping again, jump around the mill, getting up here to a thunder egg. And now that we're out of there, we're just going to be going through these mushrooms again, and we're going to be exiting level. Okay, so coming up here, I almost forgot about this. I need to do outback movement, so I'm going to be using both my controller and my keyboard at the same time. By holding up on my analog stick on my controller, and W and A, or A and D, or A or D, sorry, on my keyboard at the same time. This emulates a bug in the earlier version of Thai, where if you hold diagonally on the keyboard, then you basically get a 41% speed increase. But in this version, we need to use 2 separate input devices. And it's really not that difficult, but there are times where, like I just did, if I am not thinking about it, then I just can't do it. Optimally at least, but we're doing a pretty good, we're doing a pretty good for now. I haven't, like, slipped on my controller or anything. But so after this little, like, minigame we're going to be doing in a second here, we're going to be doing emus, the very shredded emus of every run. And also, I missed that Billy. How dare I? Yeah, the one thing about this thing is if you accidentally get launched in the air, then you're more than likely taking damage. Because there is nothing that stops high speed when going high in the air, unless if you actually hit another wall, which unfortunately there I didn't. So here I'm actually going to do a mouse menuing because I already have my controller set, but I don't want to do that. So coming up here is emus, and emus, as you can see the timer up there is ticking down for 10 minutes. It takes maybe, if we're lucky, it takes like 35 seconds. Or if I'm lucky, rather. There are people in the community that can get an average of, like, you know, a 29, 28 second emu. And also, emus are very RNG based, like their pathing is RNG. Like there, I didn't even want to try going to get it because I already knew he was gonna go the direction I didn't want to go. And also, you see me charging to try to get the emus quicker, because the emus are very slow to bring towards 5, but in a scenario like this, it's great to like use that charging mechanic on the emus. Okay, but so I believe this is going to be around a 9-12. Okay, 9-10 because that emu was being very, very unfortunate, but regardless, now we're moving on to the slower part of the level. We're just going to be pushing Shazza in her little buggy here. If we get Shazza to go all around the level, then she'll give us a Thunder Egg for some reason. I haven't seen the cutscenes in a while, so I don't know why she's actually doing this. I think it's something to do with, like, killing these krills that are after her, because, like, they've been bugging other people, so I don't see any other people in here. So yeah, we're just going to be trying to push Shazza as optimally as we can. There are going to be a few obstacles in this tornado here, where I'm going to run to the front and then try to, like, quickly sneak in behind her. And then we're going to be spewing off from her for a minute to go get her ability in a second. Around in that metal set over there, we're going to be grabbing the ability. So, as you can hear, most of the krill bites are actually just, like, you know, killing themselves by hitting each other. So I don't really need to worry about that. Alright, so good, I got, there we go. This one level is, has an issue with Billy remembering me, but, luckily I managed to get everything. So now, we're gonna be, just going on the final stretch and hoping Shazza can turn. Thank you, Shazza. And now we're about, I'd say 15 seconds away from the end of the level. So after this level, we're going to have Bridge on the River Tie, and Bridge is very interesting because the entire level I'm going to be running on a cycle in order to skip the animation of a Thunder Egg. This Thunder Egg animation is only about like 2 seconds, but it's still a very cool skip if I can get it. Once the cycle starts is when I'm going to probably go and be quiet, just because it takes quite a bit of focus for me. And also, good luck with RNG, because the enemies in this level can be such in the way sometimes. Because you need to be using your flame rends to hit these torches things, and if you can't hit them because the enemies are in the way, then you're losing more time and probably missing the cycle. Okay, so first of all, we're going to be collecting our first abilities and whatnot. And now we're going to be doing a trick called Reverse Bridge, where normally we would have to go around this little mountain here and go up the path, continuing where the opals are, but using a precise glide, we can just run up here and just grab this bridge and save a couple seconds over having to run around. That trick there has probably killed way too many of my runs, just like because it's very difficult. When I'm going for like world record runs or whatever in this category, I try to do a fight or grab list because I like how it looks. But so yeah, now the cycle has started, and I'm gonna be doing like I'm gonna be like throwing these boomerangs in strange ways to avoid these enemies. This one I'm gonna like try to kill that enemy first. I'm gonna throw these boomerangs from very far back. I'm going into Ty's view to throw them. Because these boomerangs, we're gonna be trying to move Dennis and Ty as fast as possible. And if we do that, then by the time we finish another little quest, then we'll be getting Dennis's Thunder Egg. Also Dennis the Green Tree Frog. Okay, this one, that one enemy there is such a pain, so I'm glad I got it like that. Alright, so it looks like we're making the cycle. For the rest of this level, basically, we're just running hidden in these boxes, or not boxes, torches. Yeah, that is true, Lon. I think it was a any percent world record that I saved you because I reminded you to get that buildie that I was worried about missing. But regardless, we're about to get to a diamond minigame, and this cycle thing that we're doing is so fast that we don't like get the Dennis Thunder Egg this cycle. We get it, or this Thunder Egg, we get it in the next one, which is a good like 30 seconds wasted.
While we have a quick moment, do you mind if I just read up a couple of things?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Awesome. Well, if you are new here today, we are raising money for Save the Children. We have a couple of really good incentives coming up with one that should be closing out in just over an hour now for Star Fox 64 upgrade to Redline. Look, here at Speedbox, we've never missed a single incentive in the history of every marathon that we've done. And that's currently at 98 out of $150. Please don't let that one be the first one that we miss. Well, let's hit it. Exclamation mark, donate in the chat if you want to get in there. Make me read something really stupid. Let's raise some money.
Alright, thank you. I sort of got the little cycle, but I think it, was much slower than it should have been. If I had actually gotten that little bite into the cutscene trigger, then I would have made the cycle seamlessly, but that one small difference there is what caused me to miss the cycle. And speaking of like timings and whatnot, let's go back to turkeys and have another run killer go pretty well. So those turkeys there, you need to have them both bitten, and if you bite them, then there's a certain amount of time before the first one gets up and the second one, you know, stays the way it is. But there I need to take a very tight line to get from that first turkey I bit to the other one. Besides that, now we're into Crikey's Cove, which is the second boss of the run. And fun fact about me personally, I have, I think, every gold split or every community gold for all the bosses in this game, besides the final boss. But like all these 3 hub bosses being the bull, the Crikey, and the monkey, there is, like, I am actually a good, I think, half second ahead of everybody else on them for whatever reasons. I'm guessing loading times, because we all have like the same skill level, but I think my loads on my PC are just a bit quicker than, you know, Lons and Commas. So for now, we have, we're just going to be doing a little main menu warp here to get to the center of the, Rainbow Cliffs quicker. We're going to be trying to do a little bite method here. And that sort of worked. That there is just a quick little boost you can do. Optimally, I would have, like, slammed into the wall in front of me. And, that would have been very, very quick, but... sadly, I got that sort of scuffed one, but I still made it. It didn't lose me any time at the very least. So here is one of the bigger skips in the run. We have wire skip, where we're just gonna jump on that bird, and we're gonna fall out of bounds, and we can enter the Sly Fight. And the goal for him is to freeze him with his boomerangs. Also, I'm gonna go and change some options here real quick, because there is a very weird glitch with this game where if you leave this room, then shadows get turned on, whether you like it or not. I actually think I should have waited until I was done this fight to do that, but we'll just see what happens. It's only like 3 seconds if I need to go and turn it off again anyway. So there, I actually got a frame perfect hit there by freezing him as he threw his boomerang, and it counted. Okay, good. Looks like I don't have the shadows again. Or this room, though, down here that I'm falling to, could give me shadows accidentally again. The shadows thing, like, seems to lag my tie for some reason. So I just take the 3 seconds to turn them off, and also because I just do not like the look of shadows in tie. Like, it just looks unnatural to me, because, you know, it's supposed to be like an old GameCube or PS2 game. Like, shadows didn't really exist then, besides, like, you know, little circles under the characters. But, so for now, we're going to be going through Liar Liar, and this level can be, very good, but also very bad at times. We're gonna start off by getting this very precise building here by just biting completely away from it. And now that we've gotten that, we're just gonna jump up here. Gonna try to jump here, hit that lever. We got it. We grab that building, and these levers that we're trying to hit here are needed to get a Thunder Egg, because in this little room here we fill the water, and also the shadow glitch happened again, so I'm gonna go do that again. I think just like almost every loading zone in Liar Liar does the shadow glitch for some reason. I'll need to like go and test that after stream so I know exactly when I'm okay to turn off the shadows. So coming up here, we just have another whoops. Here we have another ground component after I get out of these mushrooms. And once I get this ground, I'm hopefully going to be taking it all the way upwards to the top of this little area. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. I need to grab this Bilby first. And then I get a ground swim, maybe. Okay, I'm just gonna run up. I'm sorry, guys. That ground swim there is very strange because with cycles and stuff, like there are water tide cycles in this game, and sometimes ground swims just don't work if you're on a bad water cycle. Going up here, gonna grab another Bilby, and we're going to dodge that spider. And coming up here, we're going to be doing a little fall down, and we're going to be doing another ground swim after we grab this Bilby over here, and this will bring us back to the top area where we need to get more Thunder Eggs. There we go, I actually got it. So it's been a long time since I've done this, so yeah, I'm just going to go up normally. I'm sorry. I should have practiced this beforehand, but I think this only wastes like 5 seconds going this way, or maybe 10 or 20, but regardless, it's still not that big of a time loss. I'm not too upset with it. Plus, I forgot to mention this earlier, but I am actually going for world record this run, just because it is very beatable. There is a 1 minute time saver at the end of the run that I can do to get world record. Supposing I haven't lost over a minute compared to world record already. There's a reason why I'm not like looking at the timer of the run, because I know I'd be like, you know, less motivated. The current world record is 46 minutes and 5 seconds by Sir Lawrence MZ, and I feel like I might have a chance of beating it. This run's going good enough so far that I feel like I'm at least gonna PB in this category. Yeah, this is a category that people just run very rarely because it's just a not fun category, really. So coming up here, we're just going to be doing a little jump glide over there. We're going to be getting this frill into this corner. We're going to jump on him and grab this kid. This is another level where we need to collect these 8 kids. And once I collect them all, then I will get. Also, I'm going to try to do the shadows in here. Just because I did personally notice that it was lagging my game a bit. Like, so I like to have the shadows off. I don't know, it's a weird hack with this, or it's a weird trick, it's a weird glitch with this version. I think it has something to do with, like, you know, shadows being forced on the new console versions, because basically this version of Kai that I'm running is a ported version of what you can find on the Switch or PS4 or Xbox One. Yeah, since shadows are forced on the Switch versions, and the new console versions rather, I believe that that's the reason why they are forced in this version as well. Although I would like to talk to Chrome and see if they could, like, you know, change that a bit. Also, I messed up that movement. It's faster to, like, I missed that kid. Wow. Faster to, like, jump on these ice platforms than it is to swim across the water like I was doing. Yeah, this game is on Switch and Xbox One and PS4. On the eShop and the other places, as a matter of fact, I believe it is about $30. Usually a few times a year they have a sale on this game, so if you just want to wait a few months, then there'll probably be a, like, you know, 20 or 30% off sale. Not only that, but there's also a, Pi 2 is also remade on the Switch and the newer console, so they usually do, like, bundles with Pi and stuff. So if you want to get a, like, if you don't want to spend much money on Pi, then wait for the deal to come out on, Switch or whatever. But, there is a special, Pi version of this game where if you can find it in stores, I personally can never find it in any Walmarts or GameStops that I go to around my house, but, like, there is a version of Pi out there that has a, it's like Pi 1 and Pi 2 combined. Also, I don't need to do that. I forgot, I'm not 100%. So once you, like, finish this time attack here, I'm just gonna be running up to this top area here. Sadly, there's no more ground swims left in the run. It's not necessarily forbidden, it's just something that, you know, I'm trying to find, but it just seems kind of rare. No, there is a Pi 3, however. I don't know, although I haven't seen any, you know, information from Chrome, whether they're gonna be making, Pi 3 ported onto Switch or not. Yeah, on Steam is the cheapest way to go. By far, for Pi. Yeah, it is about it is usually $15, USD on, Steam. But there are times where you can find it for as low as, like, I believe $10. It used to be $30, and I'm in what's part of the $30 club, where, like, most people bought Pi when it was only $15, but me and a few other runners actually bought it when it was still $30 on Steam. And that's really just, like, a way of showing, like, how long we've been in the community, I suppose.
You know, not gonna lie, I almost had a bit of a heart attack when I saw $64 Australian, and then I realized it was for the whole bundle.
Oh, yeah. You know, Pi is...
I was like, no, there's no way Pi is $64.
Yeah.
No, it's Pi 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, on Steam, like, the whole bundle. But,
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to do a trick here known as Fast Boony. Hopefully this kid runs in the right direction. He didn't. Yeah, there are some people that also got it gifted to them, mainly being Lon and Kana, who got it gifted.
Speaking of Lon, we just had $10 coming in from Sir Lawrence NZ, who says, how much oh god, I didn't even get 5 words into it.
How much coral could korlkiller kill if korlkiller could kill coral?
Yeah.
Probably something like that.
Yeah. We love coral and drinks. Target has been targeted. Beautiful. So speaking of said targets, we are $108 out of $150 for Star Fox 64 upgrade to Redline. That is the next run coming up after the next run after this one. Words are hard. Words are really hard. We're really, really close. We're like $42 away. Exclamation mark donate if you want to get in there and see that one happen.
Thank you for that donut, Lon. It is, like, I think I've said that way too many times, so it's just like something that is just like that's like a subconscious reaction to me. There are a lot of times where Lon comes in and he just like says something like that in my stream. But we love Lon though. He's a great guy. I know, I like said it myself off stream so many times on. Okay, I can't get up to the platform. Today I'm gonna be doing a trick called Bilby Skip, where I'm gonna be making this ice platform. And hopefully I can bite this Bilby here. No, okay. Okay, there we go. So coming up here, we have the biggest point of RNG in the run, I believe. This is what's known as frill boats, and basically we need to explode these frill boats using our flamerines and explosives, or by having them run into an ice platform. Not like that one. Okay, we're already at a very bad start here. Okay, got that one. That's good. Good. So well, that wasn't terrible, but I've had much better Turboton runs. I don't know how I am compared to world record right here, but I feel like after that Black Stump and Liar Liar, I'm pretty far behind it. And by pretty far, I mean like maybe 20 seconds, if I'm lucky. So, this level, despite it being the last level in the run, it has some of the hardest tricks in the run, like that Bilby skip like I showed you guys earlier. But coming up next is called Lava Egg, and basically there's a volcano that we need to run through and jump out onto some platforms on the other side of it, like that one right there. And at the end of these platforms there's a Thunder Egg, and usually there's a huge, like, you know, tunnel system you need to go through in the volcano, but using Lava Egg we can get that Thunder Egg without any you know, tunneling whatsoever. So we're gonna come up here and I'm gonna just like blindly go at this. I messed that up. I'm gonna blindly go at this. There we go, second try. I feel like second try Lava Egg is definitely the main thing I get. But so with a first try Doom skip 7 seconds to hit a world record, that's also not accounting, you know, RNG in Fluffy and you know, if I just perform well. So the rest of this level is basically just swimming. We're gonna be collecting some like some of these treasure chests. Basically, this whole level is a scavenger hunt. We need to go through each of these treasure chests, and we need to, like, it'll just tell us the location of the next one. And once we get to the final one, we'll be getting a Thunder Egg. The one thing I do want to say about Ty is the routing for this game is honestly, like, insane at some parts. Because if you would look at the 100% run of this game, you would not think that some levels are played the way they are in 100%. So for now, we're just running through here. Coming up is a little part called Geyser Egg, and this is a very oh, did not mean to do that. This is a very iffy spot of the run because there are times where things just don't go your way whatsoever, despite it not being even a difficult part of the run. These platforms here are very are cycle based, but I think they're entirely random on when the cycle starts. So I think this looks like a good cycle here. Oh yeah, this is a good cycle. So getting this Thunder Egg here is just the like, it's one of those things where casual players probably spend way too long trying to get. Like that thing, I think that Thunder Egg there is the reason why Chrome Studios added a little extended glide maneuver, and extended glide is there's the Billy. I thought 4605 was world record long, but anyway, I feel like casual players of this game, without knowing how to do the extended glide, which is a little boost I get at the end of my jumps, making, I think, literally every skip in this run, like, either possible or much easier. It's very difficult to get without extended gliding, and also the little stutter gliding I'm doing. Yeah, cool. I'll get world record so we can put ourselves a bit more on schedule. But like, that was still a good run though, so good job. Better than I could have done. So coming up here, we're at the end of the level, and now we're getting the final Bilby Egg, and now we just need to run to the end of this level. No time attacks, no nothing. And this should be the final Thunder Egg we get. There we go. And I'm going to be switching to Flame Range for the boss fight here, where we're going to be burning the monkey's skin. Or fur, rather. And as you can hear by that, like, loud metallic clanging, this is not a monkey, this is a robot. And also, as you can see, die after the fire burn buff.
Then ice.
So yeah, this boss here is very, very iffy, because, like, as you can see, he can, like, just put his arms in front of you and, like, block your shots and stuff. Like that. And so a no-death Fluffy, in my opinion, is good enough. But now we need to, like, throw our Flame Range through this fire here, and it'll destroy the robot. And miss. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I don't know what they're saying. That looks like a real monkey to me too. But look, regardless, now now we have the Zapier reins, and these reins are used only once in the entire game to open this generator. They're actually used one more time in max percent by powering the generator to get some extra picture frames at the end of the run. So now that we're this far in the run, we have only about, I'd say, if I get a good doom skip, only about 4 or 5 minutes before the run ends. So we're actually gonna be doing a very big trick here by jumping out of bounds and swimming underneath the level to get to the end of the level quicker. I messed that up. Okay, I don't know why I'm not like just getting on there. Okay, there we go. I think world record's not possible now, but still gonna be a decent PB. Also, I gotta find out where I can dive here, because there we go. Yeah, this skip here is very hit or miss. There are times you can literally just fall out of the game, basically. But so we can just like swim to the end of this level here, and now we're entering the second to last battle. I guess they never miss, huh? Is that what you wanted, BuzzFeed? Yeah, so now that we're in this final battle here, or airport final battle, we need to like hit these buttons here, and basically the sooner I hit that button, the quicker the fight is, because now we just need to wait for the boss to chase us, and at the very end, we're just gonna be like hitting buttons to make a water like geyser blow up, and since bats hate water, or steam rather, we're gonna be just waiting for the bat to catch up to us, and once we do, then the run will be basically over.
I just want to say, nice singing.
What was that?
Nice singing. We got you to sing there.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so there's your sinning, BuzzFeed, whoever donated for sinning. Yeah, regardless, we're gonna be finishing this boss pretty soon here. After this, we have one of the bigger skips in the entire run. We're gonna be saving over a minute in the final battle by doing a trick called Doom Flip. Now, if you've seen the World Record History video, you know that this is where the World Record History left off in the video, but I don't believe they covered the new route for shipwrecks and 2-up or not. But regardless, we're gonna be it's a new. There's a lot of new developments going on already. One important one is rerouting Walk in the Park and shipwrecks over having to get the bilbies and walk instead of getting, I believe, the kids in shipwrecks or whatever. Alright, well, either way, first stage of the final boss, we need to hit all these turrets, spewing fire, and we'll bite them after we freeze them for some reason. And once we do that, then we're good to go underneath the boss, into the robot rather, and we'll be breaking some pipes, or we'll be breaking some wires with ice around them, it looks like, with our flamerang. I would like to say this game is very well put together, because it is impossible to get into that lower area normally without any treats. And even if it was, then you need the flamerang, or you need to like destroy the turret above before those things spawn. And so coming up here is Doom Skip, and where, as you saw, I like flew out of bounds with the robot. Now this skips a giant portion of the run. Or a giant portion of this level where I'm gonna be I would normally have to run through these pipes or whatever. I'm gonna like try and focus for Doom Skip here so I can show it off nicely. And that's time. So
GG call.
GG. Would you mind telling me what the run was? Because I don't have any like timer available.
47:42.
Oh, that's not bad. The PB by about 45 seconds to me, I think, but yeah, that's still pretty good.
Hey, 45 seconds ain't bad. That's a very good PB. Do you have anyone you want to thank?
Thank you, Lon, for giving comedic effect in this run, because I would not have been able to sit here for 47 minutes without Lon's help, just being in chat. BuzzG, thank you for being here as well. A lot of I saw a lot of Thai community members here. I think I saw Alex catch him earlier. I don't know if Kama was here or not, but either way, huge shout out to Kama. He has the world record in basically every category of this game, besides this one, which is held by Lon. And yeah, thank you, Clock, to make me sing, because I very rarely do that stuff. But yeah, regardless, I think that's about it for me.
Awesome stuff. Thank you for that fantastic run there, Cole. And just remember, if you like Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, ! At YouTube, there is a world record regression history video for any percent, and it's definitely a great watch. But for now, we're going to head straight back to an intermission, and we'll see you again in just a couple of minutes.